Hey guys, welcome to Braddels Gaming and to another episode of my Far Cry 5 community creation series. In this series, I play other people's maps on the Far Cry 5 arcade, but before I get into today's map and video, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who helped me achieve my 50 subscriber milestone. It's a very small milestone, but for a small channel such as myself, it's definitely a big one. It's taken me a very long time to grow and to reach this milestone, but nonetheless, I'm very thankful for everybody who supported and subscribed to my channel. It definitely means the world to me. And as I've said in previous videos, what I hope for this channel to continue to become is a bigger Far Cry community within the whole Far Cry community. So what that means is that people will come to this channel to collaborate their ideas about past Far Cry editors, future Far Cry editors, or the current Far Cry editor that we currently have, which is the Far Cry 5 one. You know, whether you're a player, whether you're a creator, I hope that this channel, especially the comment section, can become a place where we can all support each other with ideas and really build each other up in terms of Far Cry map building and in terms of the creations that we put out there for the community. But now moving on to the map itself, the map that we're going to be looking at today is Lunapark by SaintPerkele. This is a map that was originally on the PC but was ported over to the Xbox One and the PlayStation via MapSwapper, and this creation is simply amazing. When I first saw this map, I saw the thumbnail and I thought to myself, wait, did someone just create a giant Ferris wheel in the Far Cry arcade editor? I was really blown away by the image that SaintPerkele put out there as the preview image to his map, and I had to check it out. And when I saw his creation, the Ferris wheel, and all the other attractions that he's put in, so the chair swing that you see on screen right now, as well as all the other smaller attractions, the confectionery machines, you know, slides, all types of things that you'd find in your typical amusement park. I was just amazed at how much effort and creativity had gone into this map in structuring the map in terms of the layout, but also finding all the assets that he needed or she needed. I actually don't know if SaintPerkele is male or female, but nonetheless, yeah, finding all the assets and piecing them all together to create a believable amusement park, but also one that had an abandoned and eerie setting. Now, like I said I was going to start doing in the previous community creations episode, which was on Cedar Valley Mill, I'll put a card up on the screen now so you guys can click through to that video if you haven't seen it already. But one thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be trying to provide some feedback to the creator on how they can improve their map. Now, I'm not going to nitpick every little thing that I think needs to change, but nonetheless, with this map especially, it was really hard to come up with some considerations or recommendations that I could sort of put out there to SaintPerkele. Now, of course, I'm never going to know if the people I'm never going to know if the maps that I play, the people who made them are going to see it, but nonetheless, I'm still going to provide some feedback just for you guys in terms of map building as well. What I thought from a perspective playing this map, and I thought it would also be a nice interesting talking point to talk about through this video. Now, in terms of a con, I would say the ending of the map can be a little bit confusing. Here you guys see me atop this tower, and you guys are going to see that in the gameplay this is the ending point of the map, and it was a little bit confusing when I first got up here in my first few playthroughs because I wasn't really sure what was going on. Basically what SaintPerkele has done is he's introduced a couple of scripts where upon finishing the map you climb the tower, which is also an amusement, a type of ride I think called the giant drop, at least that's what I call it, where you know it takes you up this tower and then it drops you at incredible speeds. It's one of those terrifying rides that people like to experience at amusement parks. But basically he's done a script where when you reach the top of that, fireworks start and this happy music starts playing as well, and what actually happens is that it'll spawn two AI, two friendly AI in an attack helicopter, and it will basically send them to kill the final target, which is, I don't know, several kilometers away. You can't actually see the final target being killed, so you basically wait at the top of the tower, and then the map ends on itself. And that was a little bit confusing the first time. I wasn't really sure if there was meant to be a target up there, if I had broken the map or something, or if the arcade itself just couldn't handle what SaintPerkele did. But I actually went into the map editor, as I normally do with all these maps that I feature on this channel, basically not only to capture the cinematic shots at the start of the video, but also in this special case, I actually went into the map to see what type of scripting was involved, to actually see what was going on at the end of the map. So one consideration or one recommendation I can give to SaintPerkele is perhaps to put some generic lettering at the top of the tower that suggests to the player what is actually going on. And I understand that everyone who plays Far Cry isn't going to be from an English-speaking background. SaintPerkele, I think, is maybe French. I actually don't really know. I'm just guessing. I actually have no idea. For all I know, he could actually be American. I'm sorry. I actually don't know where he's from or where they're from. But nonetheless, I understand that with the generic letters, you can only really speak in English. But that's besides the point. I think if he was to put some sort of indication, most of the players are going to be English speakers, I think. So putting up some generic lettering at the top of the tower that basically just suggests to the player what is actually going on, like maybe congratulations, you've won a prize, wait here to redeem it, something like that. And then maybe, that's after that generic lettering has been spawned and despawned, that's when the friendly AI kill the final target and you win and finish the map at the same time. I hope that sort of makes sense. Now that was about the only recommendation I could come up with. I really liked what SaintPerkele has done with the rest of the map. He's made it a very linear experience, meaning that you can't really explore too much out of the one pathway that is provided for you as the player. But I actually like this focused experience. It allows me or anyone as the player to be able to, experience, the pathway that the player has been forced upon. It kind of, focuses all our attention on this one pathway, meaning that SaintPerkele could detail this one pathway to perfection, as he's done here, and as you guys can see. And it means that each area that he is put into the map is extremely detailed. And as I said, I think the focus experience is definitely a good one to have. You don't want to make this an open world map, because otherwise I think it's just going to become a little bit too complicated, a little bit too ambitious. And he's put in all the main attractions that you would find at an amusement park anyway, so I don't think there's really much need to expand this map beyond what it already is. Now, once I've cleared out the enemies in this particular area, you'll actually see me get into my fun side, where I actually pretend that the attractions that SaintPerkele has built are actually interactive. You'll be able to see a little bit more of a comedic side to this gameplay very, very soon. But otherwise, thank you guys very, very much for tuning in to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. The gameplay, as always, is going to continue on in the background if you want to see more of the map and the marvels that SaintPerkele has created. But otherwise, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for future channel notifications. Once again, thank you very much for the 50 subscribers on this channel. I really do appreciate all your support. But otherwise, I'm Braddels Gaming, I'm signing out now, and remember to have yourselves a great day.